Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the house Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada built. Reser Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. The Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Oregon State Beavers offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Johnson looking to throw. He's got an open man. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Now on first down for this offense. This time they'll go to the running game. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Beavers are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense.
That's a live ball. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
And these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
Looking for a productive play on first down. We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Tackle is made after the first down. You're in plus territory, no desire to give the football back. Maybe the punt doesn't even work out. They go for it, and it works out well.
So I wonder if you go tempo here, too, now that you just picked up that first down. Don't let the defense...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
Red pass is complete. Makes the grab and he's dragged down.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on third down. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Beaver!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
The Beavers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Brown will throw it. He's got it down the middle.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ingram. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll try the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Sure hands. It's Carr. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Beavers are marching down the field. Johnson wants to throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it. Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came through.
The effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense set for a first down play. Give to the running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hit as he throws. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, but hold on to the ball until the guy comes over, feed him, and get the 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll try it on the ground. And the Beavers pick up the first down in their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
That's crazy. I don't even get a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Johnson looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. 6th play of the drive coming up. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Beaver! What a catch and run for 6. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again.
Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it, using his legs to buy some time.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown wants to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Fires to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Gets it out fast.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Quarterback moving. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 1st down.
Encroachment. Defense.
Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Takes the easy completion. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Brown will throw it. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for that?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. Handoff from the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Holding, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a second down play. Brown wants to pass. Setting up the screen. Nice move to stay on his feet. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Beavers will punt this one away. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Quick strike complete. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Knights want to move quickly. He'll do it himself. Dances away from one. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
The Knights are on the move. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he's going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
A third down try for the offense. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, UCF! They take the lead with the 6. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We've got to figure something out. We've got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this
Hold it,
play.
open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Card. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A little screen to the running back. With him grabbing air. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Running a screen on an early down, you might think you'd really catch them trying to be aggressive in a pass rush or something, but the defense had the answer that time.
Yeah, and the offense has to do a better job selling that. A lot of times when you run a screen, I need to buy time, right? I need to give that pass rush the ability to rush up the field, sneak a little bit behind them, and then dump it off. They might have rushed that a little bit on that play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Zings it complete to the right. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. The Knights just can't get off the field.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State. Getting set for the point after. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He makes the connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Knights are in the hurry up. Motion from the offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Knights will have it 1st and 10.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll try the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quarterback now breaking the field. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football.
Touchdown, Knights! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these throw routes.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to run it. At the 45 on his way. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Honestly, I don't think in this situation of the game you need to be taking shots that far down the field. You need high percentage throws. You need to be able to play pitching.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
What a great play by the defense. In a play like that, in this situation of the game, late, it's close, 3rd down, you got to have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the quarterback?
Here's a throw downfield late. Can't find his man. It'll... Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough.
welcome everyone to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football. Mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Utah's offense will take the first swing of the game. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn.
And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. Give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Utes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Running it back, it's Carr. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Beavers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these the guys and the leaders. These guys get everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
It's now 2nd down after the short completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down.
Well, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Makes his connection.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. And the Beavers have their offense in high gear. Might as well give it to him again. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense.
Pass defense.
Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be 1st down for this offense. The Beavers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He leaves it with his back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you go.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Beavers! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Oregon State 14, Utah 0.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Now on 2nd down. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Looking left. It's gone. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. Well, sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. Wilson will throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
Right, and they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Return goes out of bounds.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
And I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football.
Just plowing down the field. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
The Beavers are on the move. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Coming after it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant 1st half performance. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, it's so hard to keep the rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
They're trying to get some breathing room from deep in their own territory. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. He's going to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. After the misfire now on second down. Johnson wants to throw it right down the middle. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the ground, it's Glover. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Utes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Johnson looking to throw. Going deep. He's got it inside the 30. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Boise State took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for that trip back to southwestern Idaho. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give on the inside. And the runner is down, and so is the flag.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 2nd down coming up. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Try and play action. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on 3rd down. I like when you slip them in there trying to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Hands it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Johnson wants to throw it. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Beavers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wilson to pass. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Utes decide to punt it away.
Number 34 in punt formation to kick it away.
Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
This is so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Running behind that left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Wilson will throw. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now on 1st down from the 28. He wants to throw. Fires left. And that pass picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, that D-tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Beavers! And the pummeling has started. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Utah 3.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there. They'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Handoff to the single running back. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wilson to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
With the catch, it's Bentley. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's got his man.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Utes. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? And you know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Well, they decide to go onside kick, and how about the effort by the kicking team, able to dive on that ball and keep possession?
First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Ryan. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. On second down, wants to throw. Trying to get to it. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Lions. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wilson will throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. The Utes heading quickly to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man on the right. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Going up top on first down. They're bringing heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously there's...
He's going to throw deep right side. Catch inside the 25. Sees him in open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Now from inside the red zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team. And that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented.